we're getting a lot of flooding issues. In fact, a flash flood warning was just issued for Dallas and Tarrant counties. So this is just going to continue to be a problem for us. The impact from, some of these storms later this afternoon could also include up to golf ball size hail, wind gusts of 60 miles an hour, and even a few tornadoes. The good news, or at least the silver lining, is as we go throughout the afternoon, that tornado threat will continue to push east of the Metroplex. In fact, right now it does not include the Dallas and Fort Worth Metroplex. So what you need to do is just stay updated with the latest forecast. Have a way to receive any warnings that do come out. And the best way, as always, is to download the WFAA Plus app to your TV and to your phone, because what if your TV goes out, right? Well, we've got the tornado watch in yellow. You can see that it does not include Dallas or Fort Worth, but it does go until 5 o'clock. So later today, that will become a little bit more of a threat. What we're already seeing, though, is lots of flooding. So the flood watch actually goes until tomorrow morning, because we already see the heavy rain right now training over some of the same areas, but we're still expecting an additional 1 to maybe even 2 inches in some spots. Now you can see satellite radar, all of the rain and storms just continues to expand from west to east across North Texas. You can see that one tornado warning that we have had. That's going to be in far northwest Lamar County, and continues to move east very quickly. So that's going to be out of Texas very soon. It's been a very electrical storm. I wouldn't be surprised if we continue to see more power outages. Those will likely go up. Very loud storm with some very heavy rainfall, but there's our one tornado warning, and it's already kind of outside of this track right now. The bigger threat is going to be eventually into Hugo, and this is going to be a pretty weak tornado. It's also really far away from the radar, so it's really hard to see the rotation with this. But if we had to do a storm track on it, we're talking Hugo, which is in Oklahoma at 11:41. Maybe you have friends and family there. Sawyer at 11:52, and Swink at about 12:09. So looking at the velocity product, there's just really nothing on there that stands out to me at this point. We also have the rain, though, that will be moving over some of those same areas. So we still have the flash flood warning for Cook, Grayson, and Monte counties until 1:15. We've got the wind now moving into the Metroplex, and we've already seen wind gusts as high as around 40. But when we start to see the brighter greens, almost the teal color, I wouldn't be surprised if we do see wind gusts as high as around maybe 50 miles an hour. So we're at least going to get some brief, very heavy wind. Looking at our hail detector, not seeing any hail. That's a saving grace from these storms. It really hasn't been a big hail producer. But we also have a flash flood warning for Jack and Wise County. Again, this rain just continues to train over some of the same areas. And there's the Dallas and Tarrant counties that are under that flash flood warning now. Look at how heavy that rain is from Louisville to Plano to Carrollton, now into Irving. DFW again at a ground stop. So is Luffield, Saginaw, Fort Worth. There's Arlington, not quite seeing the heavy rain just yet. Dallas, we're getting some light rain, but that is not going to last very long. Here in the next 10 minutes or so, it will come pouring down. Also Benbrook to Granbury to Stephenville to Glen Rose, all the way down past Stephenville. We've got more rain and storms coming in out of the south. What will it look like later this afternoon? Well, we're still expecting, again, these storms to slowly move off to the east, but we could still see additional storms move in from the south into parts of this line, and that is where we could see that severe threat, where we could actually see maybe some isolated tornadoes. So we're going to watch that very closely. 5 o'clock, Dallas and Fort Worth, it looks like we're pretty much out of it. It's still going to be very cloudy, though. The storms continue to move off to the east eventually overnight tonight. So we're going to have some clouds overnight, but we will be dry, and Thursday looks absolutely fantastic. But again, we've got more storms moving in for Friday, so we do have that enhanced risk for the rest of the afternoon for golf ball size hail, wind gust over 60. An isolated tornado cannot be ruled out, but that's going to be east of the Metroplex. We could still see an additional 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. But for today, again, temperatures, we're going to struggle to get out of the 70s this afternoon. Eventually overnight tonight, we're dropping down into the low 60s. And then your 14-day forecast showing tomorrow's quiet, storms on Friday. The weekend looks pretty quiet. The second half of that 14-day also looks unsettled, the exception being on Mother's Day. Brianda, how's traffic looking?
So the big takeaway for traffic right now is that if you don't have to be on the roadways right now, just stay off of them. Okay, this is a live look at 35E near FM 1515. That's Airport Road. This is over in Denton County. So you could see visibility is pretty low out there. You see a lot of the ponding on the roadways. That's actually been an issue in Denton County. We actually have a closure to an exit in Denton County that will be affecting a lot of people this morning. So If you are traveling on 35, that exit at University Drive going southbound, that is currently closed, so a heads up for you there. Also, there's an accident that is causing this 4-mile delay right now, 35W going southbound. That's in Northlake at FM 1171. I believe I do have a live look for you out there in that area, but if you do happen to want to go southbound at 35W, what you can do instead is take 377. I do want to go on out to a live look at this crash in the southbound lanes of 35E. This is in Lake Dallas. It is in the the southbound lanes there. And I'll step out of the way so you can see it a little bit better. Multiple lanes are currently closed. There's about 2 lanes that can get by right now. So if you are in that area, definitely expect delays. I want to give you a live look here in Collin County in Plano. This is 75 near Parker Road. And just look at all of that water on the roadways. Definitely try to stay in those middle lanes because the ponding can become a problem, and hydroplaning. You definitely want to drive slow and have some patience out on the roadways, and stay safe, guys. Kara?
Okay, again, thank you for that perspective. We appreciate it. We're going to be continuing to follow any power outages here, any issues that we are seeing across the roadways and throughout. That ground stop continuing at Love Field until 11:45 and DFW until noon. So a live look at the roads right now. Messy is an understatement. We heard from Prosper Fire Chief, who said they had a high water rescue already today. So we're going to be back in just a minute. We'll get another update with Cassie and Brianda as we watch and prepare for this storm. You can see it's just about covered the entire Metroplex at this point.